Hey everyone, it's Luisa from Curvy Girl Meets Yoga again. I've been asked to please upload some more videos, so here you go. Let's just get started right away. Come to the front of your mat, starting in Tadasana. Go to ground yourself here through your feet, nice and rooted. Lift your toes to feel that out. Making sure you balance out your weight, not too much on the front of your foot, not too much on your heels, just right. Once you have that, lift up nice and tall, drop those toes down. Start really breathing deep, get into that core. Really drawing that energy to the center of where you would feel your abs are, if you will. Take a nice deep breath here. Inhale the arms straight up. Exhale, forward fold. Really lengthening here. Going just as low as you can. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend, bend, bend through the knees. Step back with the right foot, left, and come all the way down to your mat. Make sure your hands are under your shoulders. Inhale. Cobra, keep those elbows bent. Exhale. Push all the way back to down dog. Hold it here for a few breaths. Making sure you're pulling those shoulders away from your ears here. Standing nice and strong on those legs. Bend the knees if you need to. Go ahead and walk your hands to your feet, feet to your hands. Doesn't matter where you end up, just go ahead and walk there. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, strong legs all the way up to standing. The arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, inhale, all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend, bend, bend. This time, step back with the left foot, right foot. Bring that all the way down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, push yourself back to dog. Hold it there for a few breaths. Warming yourself up for the practice. Take those deep breaths, lifting the hips all the way up towards the back of the room here. Not so much just directly straight up. Couple more breaths. Get ready to walk your hands to your feet, feet to your hands. Go ahead and just get there. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, strong legs. All the way to standing, lift those arms to the sky. Exhale, bring them to your heart. Last time, bring yourself back to the top of the mat here. Inhale. All the way up. Exhale. Swoop those arms wide. All the way down. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Come back down with the right foot this time. Step back. Left foot all the way down to the mat. Cobra. Inhale. Exhale. Back to dog. Hold it there a few breaths. One more time. Really feeling your way in this down dog. Warming up. So walk hands to your feet, feet to your hands. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Strong legs all the way up, guys. Exhale to heart. Step it forward last time. Grounding breath. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Bend through those knees. Step back with the left, right, all the way down to your mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to dog. nice deep breaths. Strong legs here, really pushing those thighs back. Allowing your chest to sink a little. Bring that left foot in, just slightly midline. Inhale, right leg all the way to the sky. Watch your surroundings if you're like me and you're cramped a little. With your exhale, you're going to bring this in to your chest. Try to step up. If you stop kind of halfway, just grab that foot, bring it to the top of the mat, right in the center. Inhale, crescent here. Both toes are pointing forward here. Your hips are squared. Thighs are parallel to the sides of the mat. Energy is coming in midline. You're pressing away from the ground here. Nice and tight in the core. We're going to start shifting our weight here forward into the bent knee. Bend, bend, bend. Coming into warrior 3. Pick up that back heel. Press into the standing leg. Reach back. Bring this down. Back foot is flat, warrior 2. Arms come out to the side of you. Looking over the middle finger here. Really making sure you're not dipping too forward here. Peel your torso back. You're going to swoop the arms up like a windmill, forward to the top of your mat. Bring that back heel back up into a nice little high lunge. If you need blocks here, you can definitely bring some blocks up so you can keep your back nice and straight. Bring this left hand down to the mat. Open yourself up to the right side. Hand comes up to the sky. Really pressing this hip in. You might want to dip out. So really try to bring all that energy into the middle. Bring this right hand down. You're going to just take a little hop with the back foot as you straighten this front leg. Inhale yourself up here, just like a halfway lift. Not locking this knee, but getting a nice stretch in the back here in this pyramid pose. Take a few breaths here. Try to make sure you peel these shoulders back too. You don't want them crunched up to your ears. Really extend the crown of the head here, pulling those shoulders back. Good. Left hand's going to plant itself on the ground again. This might be a little challenging for you. If you need a block, grab that block. We're going to hold it here for just 3 to 4 breaths. Really challenge your balance here. Concentrate, pick one spot to look at. Right hand's going to come down, closing out that chest. Inhale halfway up, look up here. Take a step up with that left foot. Halfway lift here. Breathe. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way to standing. Strong legs. Exhale, hands to heart. Whew. Got to do the other side now. My head cut off a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm not a professional here. I'm gonna move my mat back a little bit, see if that's helpful. Okay, so one side should be on fire now. Let's do the other side. Just gonna take a step right back with this right foot now. Into a nice crescent. Making sure your hips are squared off here. You can grab your hips. Be mindful of the knee. Should have mentioned this earlier, but make sure that knee doesn't go over your toes. Really press back into that heel. Keeping yourself nice and steady. Now shift the weight, start shifting your weight forward to this bent knee. If you need to inch yourself up, that's perfectly okay. Come up into your warrior three. Toes are pointing down. Heel is pressing back. Again, pick a spot to look at and hold this here for a few breaths. Reach this all the way back. Bring your right back down. Back foot is flat. Open up to a warrior two. If you need to inch that foot a little bit in, go ahead and do so. Look over the middle finger. Again, knee is over ankle or a little behind it. Don't let it dip in. Try to really keep it nice and open here. So keep that knee nice and protected. Arms are out. And windmill forward to the top of the mat. Bring that back foot up. High lunge. Really focus on peeling these shoulders back. Standing here to the crown of your head. Bring that right hand onto the mat. Open up your chest to the left side. Make sure that hip doesn't just come out. Bring it to the center. Keep everything hugged in. Left arm comes down. Back to a high lunge. Go ahead and take that little hop forward just slightly. As you straighten that front leg into a pyramid. Inhale yourself halfway up. Again, you can have the blocks here if you need them. Press into the big mound of your toe here to really keep yourself nice and steady. Making sure we're keeping that left hip in line, not letting it dip out. Bring that right hand to the mat or to a block. Open yourself up. Only as far as your chest will open. This may feel much different than the other side. That is okay. Just go to as far as you can. If you're right here, perfectly fair, not a problem. Exhale. Bring this back down. Take a nice little breath here. Inhale, exhale, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Strong inhale. Get in those legs. Come all the way up. Exhale. Hands to hard. Whew. Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. Let's keep going. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bend through the knees. You're just going to take a step back with the right foot. Left foot, hold for plank. Really push these shoulders away. Now, you can bring this foot up a little bit before you roll onto your side of the right foot. Come in to a side plank here, or from your plank, you can roll onto both feet. Come into your side plank here. Hold for a few breaths. Nice and high in the hips here. Strong in the arm, even if you're shaking. Bring it back down. Plank. Bring the knees down. Toes together. Child's pose. Just let your hips come back as far as they can. You can keep the knees nice and wide here, as wide as you need them really. If you have a block, bring it to your forehead. It will help shift your weight back. Put it right at your forehead here, pressing back through your hands. You're extending the crown of your head forward as you're shooting your hips back towards your heels. Even if they don't get there, that's what we're trying, just to really get that nice length. And bring this up. Gonna go right back into the plank. Yeah, we're not stopping today. This time, just come right into it. Plank it out. Hold it here. Check out your sweat if you're dripping like me. Choose your variation. Open up. Remember to stick with this. If you fall out, come back in, because it's hard. But if you keep a nice, strong line of energy, you may surprise yourself. Come back to the plank. Bring your knees down. This time, come all the way down to the mat. Now, don't forget to breathe. It's hard to talk and practice, but we're doing it. So from here, take a few breaths. Collect yourself. Okay, that's enough. Using your hands, think about how you come up in Cobra. Your hands are generally under your shoulders. You peel the chest up, not coming into your low back. So we're not going to end up here. This is not good. Doesn't feel good. After a while, you're going to regret it. Fix this. Come into your elbows. Already, that tension is letting go. Moving up my spine. So I'm opening that mid back, upper back, right? So, thinking of that, that's where we're keeping this movement. Forearms on the ground. Inhale yourself up, peeling the chest away from the ground. Use your arms here as a guide to open the chest. See this motion here? Rounding, as if we're doing cat-cow, right? Round. Inhale. Open the chest. Drag. Like I want to drag myself here. Right? See that motion? So this is what we're looking for. Dragging motion. Really peeling those shoulders back. Getting into that back bend without being so abrasive, right? You're picturing those shoulder blades just trying to meet together. This may be a little tight for you. If it is, just back up a little. Come back down a little. Let it go. Take a breath. Collect yourself. Good. Try one more time. Really lifting through the chest here. Nice and wide. Shoulders are back and down away from your ear. Exhale, let this go. Let's go back to a child's pose. Knees wider together. You pick. Toes are together. Hands come out in front of you. Really letting your chest sink towards the mat as well as you're peeling the shoulders back. Keeping the hands nice and activated on the ground here will help you move those shoulders away from you. You just got to keep lengthening through the crown of your head here as well. There's a lot going on, but believe me, if you're just chilling like this, you see how quickly my shoulder just came in front of me? Hands. Push away. Pull those shoulders away from the ears by pushing through the palms of your hands. You're really activating, trying to get these arms off the mat versus them just hanging out here. Alrighty. Go ahead and come up out of that child's pose. Cross your legs just in front of you. We're just going to crawl to seated. We're going to lay. Just go ahead and lay on the mat. Scoot your heels as close as you can to your tush. So close that you can tickle your heels. Or as close as you can, keeping these feet nice and parallel, facing the same way. Pressing through the heels, bringing your lower body off the ground. Really got to tighten in through the glutes. You can clasp the hands behind you if that helps. Shimmy your shoulders underneath. Nice little supported bridge. If you have a block, you can grab that block. Set it up the long way, right at your sacrum, where your little back dimples would be if you had back dimples. Make sure you don't turn your head in any of these poses where your neck is on the ground. Go ahead and lower without unclasping your hands if you have them behind you. Just come right back down onto your arms. Feel that nice little minuscule back bend we got going on at the top here. Lift yourself up off your arms. Let those go. Bring your knees to your chest. Just hug them a little. I don't want you to roll on your back just yet. I do want you to roll back and forth, just like this, to get yourself up to a seated position. Once you're there, bring yourself back with straight legs. Pull extra fluff from underneath you. Hands come out to your side just like this, on your fingertips, not like that. We're not just chilling, shooting the ish with anybody. Fingertips, you're gonna use these as an extension to lift the chest, lift through the torso. If you bend the elbows, just like in Cobra, look at that. You can bring the shoulders back. Nice little breath here. Bend the right foot, just like this, just as close as you can. Option, you can cross it over if you'd like. If you don't want to cross it over, just leave it here. You may also bring this foot bent beside you. So if you're doing this bottom leg is facing parallel to the side of your mat. So your knee and your thigh are running in the same direction as the line here. Your top leg, your foot, let me turn this way because it might make more sense. If you're taking this variation, see how my leg here, my knee is facing you guys. Leg is gonna cross over. My foot also facing you guys, okay? So once I'm here, there's so much intention in this top leg that if I wanted to, I can step up onto it. So you don't want this foot to move from here. If you're here, inhale, lengthen. Same thing if you're in another variation of this. Keep this nice and, you know, a little distance between your booty here. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist towards the knee here. This right hand can come behind you if you need a little help to extend yourself further up. Exhale, deepen. So I'm going to work my way back. If you're in this already, stay there. If you're here, same thing. Inhale, exhale, twist. If you're here, same thing. Inhale, exhale, twist. I don't want you to tug on your knee so much though. If you want to hold down here because you can't reach your hip, that's fine. Just don't really like yank on your limbs. Try to really inhale, move the part of the body we're trying to work here, which is our spine, and really extend here through this foot. Try to get that hamstring stretch behind if possible. And if not, just get where we can. Exhale, switch sides. I'm going to start at the beginning here. Inhale, exhale. Really twist into that spine. Keep it nice and tall. Shoulders away from the ears as always. Flexing here through the foot. I'm going to start moving into the other variations here. Just for myself, you don't have to do this. You can stay where you're at. And again, this is all optional. But you do want to hold these as much as possible. Most people don't like to work on their hips very much. But it's nice to get an all-around practice. So throw the stuff in you don't like, because usually it's what you need the most. All right, exhale, let this go. Bring yourself to a nice little bound angle here. Nice and easy. Hands can come behind you to help you sit up nice and tall. Trying to get the outer edge of our feet together versus just having our feet straight up against each other. This is just to encourage the hips to open up a little bit more. So if you want to point the toes away from each other, go ahead and do that. If you wanted to come in here with your hands and really try to get right into that little psoas muscle, feels like little guitar strings in here, you can really just push in there and roll this out and try to open up further. If you don't want to do that, just keep it here. That's cool too. Nice breath. Oh, this is always a good one. I like it. I'm going to take this into a wide-legged stretch here, seated stretch. And flex the feet. Don't point. You don't want to take the stretch out of what we're doing here. Sure, this is great for dancing. Nothing against pointing. It looks beautiful, but we want to flex the feet. Try to get as much out of these poses as possible. Inhale, lift yourself up. Nice and tall here. Inhale and your exhale, you can try taking this in. If you want to try deepening it, if you feel yourself rounding like I do pretty soon, try to avoid that by coming up onto your fingertips and using that to help you come forward, moving with your chest and your chin versus moving like with your head, because you want to just get down there. Nice deep breaths. Really try to use your breath mindfully, like it's an extension of you. I always try to think of it like it's my gas, right? Like a piston. It just fires up the gas and the car just starts going, right? So if I don't have any gas, any practice, any flow, the movement of getting all these fluids our body needs going, this car is going nowhere. That's just a fact. Now, if you're down here, that is a-okay. As you can see, I'm not rounding anymore. I've taken the time to try to get myself a little bit further. Sometimes it just takes time of just chilling in these poses. So if you wanted to do that, go right ahead. We're not going to stay in these too long though, because we don't have that much time. Go ahead and walk yourself back up. You can cut your knees here to bring them in. Yes. Thank you. Now, I really like fire log pose. I was going to throw it in here, but I decided not to anymore because why? So let's get a little head to knee action in here, which would probably just be try to get head to knee action for me. Go ahead and bend this right leg. Bottom of the foot is flat against the inner thigh. It doesn't really matter where it goes. It can go against your knee because you're not really standing and pushing against it. Readjust your torso to face your straight leg. So a good way to do that is you can take your right hand, put it on the outside of your left leg, and just turn your body to that direction until your chest is facing it. Once you're here, you can bring the arms behind you. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, deepen. The huge, we're breathing. We're trying to get down to our leg, but it doesn't happen for most people, so we're okay with that. Try to just get a nice stretch in here. If you are down here, you're more than welcome to bring your hand to your feet. As you can see, I'm totally cheating. If you don't have a round in your back, you can do this. You may also bring your hand right back here, clasp the wrist, which is the traditional way I believe people do this. But since I'm not usually here, it doesn't really happen. I'm going to try to extend my back here. Not too crazy, but if you can get down here, cool. If not, it's not really necessary. And bring yourself just right back to where I'm going because it's much better and it feels good right back here. Get a nice little lengthen in your back. Exhale, try to just deepen it. But we're not getting down to our legs, so it's okay. Hold it here for a few breaths. If you are getting down to your leg, I mean, that's freaking awesome. But, like how? I'm just kidding. It's really cool, but I just don't do it. Because I can't, man. I can't do it yet. I try, but it's not here yet. So, switch sides. Whew. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm like getting to the end of this, and it's, whew. I've had quite the week. You guys are lucky. I love you. For those people who are always like, when's your next video? Inhale, lengthen, exhale. Try to deepen this. Keyword is try. Alrighty. Not going to many places here, but feels good. Let that go. Gonna crawl onto your mat here. Slinky your way on down. Oh. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Get a nice little supported bridge. I'm gonna give you the option of a shoulder stand here. If you don't want a shoulder stand, you don't have to shoulder stand. Please just stay in supported bridge. We've been here literally just before. So lift the hips here, squeezing le tush. Roll the shoulders underneath you. And come down. Now, same thing of that rolling shoulders action goes on in a shoulder stand if you can. It's easier with an assist. Lift your legs so we can get to plow. I'm just rolling my ankles a little because I need to. So your option is to lift yourself into plow or roll. Lifting, lift, right? Don't turn your neck like I just did. Please do not do that. Once you're here, you're trying to get the toes either on a block. You could also use a wall behind you. If you can't just lift into plow like that, use your momentum and just roll up and over. If you're not plowing with us today, that's cool. Just try to stay in a shoulder stand if you'd like. If you are plowing, you can bring the hands together. Toes are trying to come down to the floor. Getting a nice stretch in the back of the spine here. Lifting the legs away from your face. If you don't get to the ground, that's cool. Not a big deal. I know this pose is very difficult for a lot of people. So stay in the supported bridge if that's where you'd like to stay right now. You can also just stay laying on your mat in a bound angle, which is butterfly. Once you have your plow, however, we're going to take this into shoulder stand. Bring your hands to the back of your sacrum, your low back. You can either go one leg at a time or try to press both feet up together, just like this. Really pressing up, using your arms as well, coming up onto the shoulders, extending through those feet, really point and flexing through the toes. Hold it here for a few breaths. Bring this back down, right back to plow, controlling here. Use a little ab strength. Woo. Yes. Do it, bro. Now, coming out of this, you're gonna roll inch by inch. Bring your legs in, just like this, like a little egg. As you're rolling the spine, do it slowly. Once you come just about halfway, you're gonna go with it. Your head is gonna go with it. Lifting up, woo, like a little egg. Unravel yourself. Bring the legs down. Good. Come onto your mat. Give yourself room. Shoulders are flat on the ground. Bottom portion of your body, however, you're going to come onto the side of your leg, lifting the left leg. So come onto the side of your right leg. Lift the left leg over the right leg into a twist, letting it come to the ground. Trying to keep both shoulders on the ground here. Turn your head to the left side to carry on that twist all the way up. Nice breaths here. Again, don't pull on your knee. If you want to bring this in deeper, come up to your hip. Take nice deep breaths here. Lift this leg back up to the center. Come onto your back. Drop it down to the ground slowly. Go ahead and readjust yourself. Shoulders on the ground. Left side outside of the left leg is on the ground, so you just slightly turn for your bottom portion of your body. Palms are facing up here if I didn't mention that, if you didn't see already. Right leg comes up and over. Your gaze comes to the right. So really try to keep that right shoulder pressed to the ground, both shoulders. If your shoulder decides to come up here, you went a little too far and you need to bring yourself back. Nice spinal twist here. Bring this leg back to the center. Come onto your backs completely. Pick a comfy position. You can take bound angle on your feet, just like this. You can just keep your legs straight out. Hands can come on the tummy. However you feel most comfortable. Find a bit of stillness. Try not to let anything around you touch you. Just allow allow yourself to let go here. Nice, gentle breaths into your Savasana. As you relax deeper into your Savasana, give yourself a little check. If you're still holding on to some tension, anything at all, go ahead and bring your breath to that area. Really picture it letting go. With every exhale, falling deeper and deeper into your mat. Now you're more than welcome to take this Savasana as long as you'd like. If you'd like to come out of it, please make sure you come out of this safely. Always rolling onto one side of your body into a fetal position, just like this. You can use your arms like a little pillow. When you're ready, take your hands onto the ground. Push yourself up with your arms. Come into a nice seated position. Take a nice deep breath and we're going to sigh everything out. Flutter your eyes open whenever you're ready. I want to thank you so much if you stuck around with me for this practice. I know I talk a lot and I am not your typical yogini, if you will, but I always have a lot of fun sharing my practice with you guys and girls and all and they and them and everyone. You guys, I love you, everyone. I love everyone. Follow me on Instagram if you'd like to catch me there, Curvy Girl Meets Yoga. I teach out of Los Angeles. I am registered with Yoga Alliance if you care about that. And if not, then, you know, just stop by and see what I'm up to. I might be sharing another video soon. Love you yet again. Thank you for joining me. And have a good night or day or whatnot, wherever you are. Bye.